Good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk about China Telecom for my personal work. In advance, I like to say that China Telecom accounts for a very complicated business model, which is why I will not be able to cover all of the information provided in the slide. So please feel free to pause the video at any time, and I invite you to to check my written report in case you have any doubts and get the bigger picture, and also the cost of time constraint. One of the key success factors for China is that it is an integrated intelligent information service. This means that they provide not only phone calls and internet access, but also they do data collection for the digital economy, and they provide tools such as cloud-led networks, which is part of their high innovation program, which is something that is very important to this company innovation. Also, as they have done with the commercialization of 5G, which was a revolutionary movement for this part of the industry, they are able to do so with doing cost-efficient leadership, in which they can reinvest a lot of their earnings into more innovation and R&D departments. By keeping the satisfaction and reputation as an important factor, this is part of the core responsibilities, which we will talk about later on. For now, we'll focus on the products. The products include, from as I said, the most essential products of telecommunications services, being local calls, mobile phones, internet access all the way through managed data and leased line services. They've even opened different major brands in order to satisfy the necessity of different segments and tailored. To specific customers, such as eSurfing, Navigator, eHome, and Bestone. China Telecom essentially focuses on three different segments, three different types of customers, which is government bodies, individuals, and businesses. We can see this in the distribution of the shareholding structure, in which 71% is held by China Telecom due to restrictions coming from the People's Republic of China government, as the 17% is remaining is given to the public shareholders, in which China takes a lot of care of them by trying to align all of their objectives and goals to their expectations. China Telecom is the third largest provider of internet services in China. As we can see, China Mobile and just behind China Mobile and China Unicorn was the last year in 2019 were with 336 million subscribers. China overcame China Unicorn. This is done by China Telecom being able to provide their services in most of the biggest cities and power economic in the 31 provinces of China, as well as extending to rural and outskirts of China. And they do this also by providing different services, such as the digitalization of governmental operations, as well as for businesses, which are tailored to their necessities and opportunities they can find through the use of 5G, cloud, big data, and AI. This is done through the continuous integration and innovation that China Telecom takes up to heart and is one of their core values. We can see also the culture of China focuses on five main events. The first one being the aim of being a leader in the integrated intelligent information service providers, putting the customer first. Again, the comprehensive innovation pursuit of truth and pragmatism, as well as pursuing not only the benefit for the company itself, but for the customers and the community. And the corporate mission, which is letting the customers enjoy a new lifestyle in an informatized economy, which is the future now that aggregates China Telecom. And this leads to five different types of responsibility for each of the stakeholders that is in play in China Telecom's operations. One with law, the other one with the telecom responsibilities, such as creating projects, expanding the reach of their products and services, as well as towards their customers. Since they manage all of data, they have to take care of their customers' rights. And ultimately look for the overall job satisfaction of their employees. And the last one, and the most important one for this project, is their environmental responsibility. China has been very proactive about this. Their idea is being a low carbon telecommunications and environmentally friendly development, and they've done this through five different activities that have effectively lowered their carbon emissions, such as natural landscape, taking care of it with their project, green frameworks that they kind of play in their different operations, ecological data, to make customers more aware about their emissions, green construction in all their projects, and the most important one, which is the prevention of electromagnetic radiation pollution in their 5G connections, which is an issue that has been pending for a long time, and China Telecom has been able to not only measure but standardize the amount of pollution of electromagnetic radiation and try to optimize it. So the main problem is how do we increase the market share in China of China Telecom while improving the efficiency, innovation, and most importantly, the environmental sustainability, while maintaining a line to the corporate culture, responsibilities, and the stakeholders. For this, we'll try to use the methodology of value chain analysis. So we'll start off with the primary activities being inbound logistics, taking into account that China mostly handles products and services. their way of inbound logistics is different. For instance, the co-building, co-sharing of networks of communications of 50 different cities, as well as for huge investments of over $80,000 billion in 5G stations in order to handle their inventory and being able to provide it later on through the outbound logistics. Regarding these operations, China Telecom tries to control the aging up cycle of their projects, test their profitability, as well as reviewing the equity investments that they have. All of this is done uh, to evaluate the input and the output efficiency of resources. And they similarly use the services they provide for themselves with all the data that they're managing. They're trying to create a cloud network that's capable of being efficient in their operations through different areas, such as resource technology, ecology, application, and security usage. For the outbound logistics, China Telecom has built high quality optical transfer not only for governmental uses but for businesses. With ongoing projects, China Telecom has the ability now to reach outskirt uh, China's provinces, in which can yield for more customers, more data, and could yield competitive advantage for the company in the future, as well as the innovation of the commercialization of the 5G, as we covered before, and the development of large scale data centers in order to make more accurate assessments and more tailored products, which leads us to the marketing and sales side of the primary activities, in which they've also used their cloud network for data management in order to upgrade the service offerings in accordance to the customer's needs, as well as for creating frameworks for better assistance and performing sales. Regarding to the services, China Telecom has also digitalized platforms in different industries in order to create a more to create improvements in the community well-being, including the building of digital government, smart parks, informatized cities, and so on. And regarding to this resource management, which is a part of their support activities, China Telecom has been able to create 2-month training programs in which they discuss the corporate strategy, culture, and overall business in order to create growth of human capital by contracting not only fresh graduates but also experienced professionals with dual promotion channels, and also labor unions that have provided over 250 initiatives in order to improve job satisfaction. Regarding its general administration, China aims to create opportunities through strengthening the senior management and executive team building. They do this by job exchange programs, selections and recruitment, as well as adjusting executive teams and switching them in different departments. They also do this through digitalized platforms in order to yield benefits in costs for external and internal management operations. And we can see that the overall corporate governance of China Telecom has been very successful, as we can see in the bottom left of the awards that they've won in the past. Regarding to the procurement, China Telecom wants to be more self-sufficient, although they know it's their limitations, so they try to make win-win processes with domestic and foreign businesses regarding the construction and finding solutions for the necessities of their customers. This includes the launching of diverse applications in cloud, including different parts of different industries regarding the education, healthcare, and finance, which also centers the community well-being. Towards regarding the technology development, which is one of China's telecom's biggest important factors, they've been able to manage and successfully innovate in AI, big video, big data, digitalized platforms, and they've essentially created a cloud network integration and infrastructure in order to create more development and more efficient operations for its customers as well as for themselves in a digitalized economy. And for this reason, and with the please pause the video to read the chairman's statement, because based on this statement, I'm able to back my alternatives into being that they're plausible and in line with China Telecom's future objectives, missions, and plans for the coming years. The first alternative regards environmental department. They should I argue here that China Telecom should create an environmental department in order to maximize efficiency in operations and foster green initiatives. This is due to the fact that they can implement different projects and initiatives. They can even incentivize the creation of more green initiatives, more frameworks, and as this is one of their core responsibilities, they can excel in this side. Regarding the second alternative, I'm sorry, it repeats twice during environmental department. Going on with electric vehicles for logistics, this can make China Telecom move frequently and reduce their carbon emissions. With ongoing projects and expansions that they've done in rural areas, they have to mobilize not only the people but also the products, which is why they can in this way discover new channels of distributions, lower their emissions, and also it could be convenient in the long run, taking into account how much they will spend in fossil fuel in the next years versus how much the upfront cost of acquiring electric vehicles will be. The third alternative regards to the backward integration, which is merging or purchasing suppliers to ensure the availability in a sustainable manner. This can increase not only the independence and self-reliance of China Telecom, which is something that they're trying to do, but it can also ensure the supply, the timeliness, and the quality of its inputs in order to provide quality outputs, which is something that China takes to heart and is one of their responsibilities towards their customers as well as for the stakeholders. I think that the best alternative that China Telecom can follow is environmentally partner one, in which they can acquire both of the other two alternatives on the right. And in this way, they can also improve their image, their brand reputation, and it could yield a positive competitive advantage in the case that in the future years, environmental restrictions grow further. Thank you very much.